New Divine! Well, hello there, and today in DML we are going to be unlocking the Divine NEZHA Dragon. So, Eliza surrendered. Maybe this will be a happy new year for us. I could really use one more win to ensure my new year will be lucky. What do you say, Ned? Well, happy Divine New Year to all. And milestone completed, there is our NEZHA Dragon. So we have fully had to open every single chest in level 12, of course, because we will never get lucky. And so all that is left for us to do is go back and get 2 more chests in the event. So out of all the other levels, we only had 2 chests total remaining, which is kind of crazy, and people were messaging me there. But we finally got the NEZHA. But I won't be popping her into a hatchery quite yet because she actually takes 4 days and 19 hours to hatch. But you can see she's over here in our inventory, so we will be hatching her as soon as we can. But of course, that was our Android account progress. I still have level 12 to finish off on our main account. This is our final chest on this account as well. We can move up this tile, and then we just have these couple of fights here to do, so we'll do these quick. But we've got 3 resets worth of stuff left to go, and we just have a few chests left to go back for on our main as well. So all in all, you know, this event has been quite a big success. We are going to get the dragons that we want, and 2 new divines are going to get added to our collection. But you know, the fact that I've done it on both of my accounts is just, you know, major tell that you don't need to spend money to win in these events, and you can do it without VIP as well. Like, even though I have VIP on this account, doesn't really matter. You can see I'm at 0 gems, because I haven't put any more gems on. I haven't even bought the clam or anything yet, because I can do it without. So, we'll just be going back for these last couple of chests, and we will be good to go. So, you know, I guess, good work. We got another reset in 2.5 hours, so you know, we'll be coming back as soon as we can do that. And very quickly, before I forget, you know, for anyone that is interested, there is a Sentinel bundle out at the moment, which is a admirable pack. So you get food, a habitat, £12. The Sentinel is another one of those, like, pixelated dragons that I really don't particularly like the design of, to be honest. But I don't care. I don't care. We got our divines on the way. I'm a happy girl. The only problem is, obviously, now we are going to have to make space for them. So, I need to level up again within possibly the next day. Because, of course, after the event is over, Chapter 2, like I said, is going to be coming. That is going to be the TAIYI Dragon, as you can see on this poster image. And then Chapter 3 will be the Chang Dragon. The Chang-u. I always forget how to actually say it. But they are coming up very, very soon. So I hope the event went well for you up to this point. You know, I've seen so many people posting that they already got the TAIYI ZHENREN and that, like, yesterday or the day before. You know, it doesn't matter when you finish it as long as you do it. I mean, the sooner you finish it, the more reward you can go back to get, obviously, but it doesn't really make much difference. It's normally just like a tiny bit of food or a tiny bit of, I don't know, gold or whatever else. It's just kind of little tiny bits of extra stuff that you can get. But, you know, again, on my Android account, did it without VIP, did it without spending, and I missed a couple of resets with the points because I'd, like, wake up to do fights or collect the food, and then before I do it, I end up falling asleep. So I'll wake up and the food will be like 3 minutes until it's done, and then I'll fall asleep before I do it, and I'll miss out on the 600 points for that reset. That happened more times than I'd like to admit, unfortunately. But, you know, overall, to everyone that finished, good work. And I told you you could do it. It's nothing too crazy at the end of the day, and I don't think this event was much more difficult than any of the old ones. Or at least not too much, if it was. It's just some of the element requirements might be better or worse for you at this point than some of the previous events. But will I be using the NEZHA Dragon on my team? The answer is no. The NEZHA's elements just aren't very good. What is it? Earth and water? I believe it is. So it's got a pretty high defensive stat, but its attack is just really bad overall. So I won't be using her And the TAIYI ZHENREN, maybe one day I'll use him as a 4th team member, but I won't be using him on the main team that we have going. I just don't really think we need to. I mean, our Hermes Dragon is currently level 72, because I have been trying to level him up as well, mostly in case I needed him during this event, but I haven't really needed to be honest with you. I mean, we've done everything, even having to skip 3 or 4 fights, maybe 5 fights. I'm talking about the expensive ones, not the, like, really small miniature level ones. Like, the really expensive ones, we've had to skip quite a lot of fights. But overall, it's gone well. It has gone well. So, you know what? The 4.5 days-ish that it takes for you to hatch your TAIYI ZHENREN and NEZHA, you know, hope you got the habitat spots for it. And, I don't know, do we really need the habitat to be open at the end of the day? Probably not. I mean, if we've just got the boss challenge coming up, then yeah, we shouldn't really need the habitat spots. I'm just gonna give it a day or so to see what's coming up anyway, just in case, and then I'll pop the egg in and then we can hatch it in, like, a forever's amount of time. Like, waiting for those divines to hatch is gonna feel like it's gonna take forever. I can tell you that right now. Even having to wait for legendaries to breed and hatch is long enough, but 4 days and 19 hours to hatch. Hoo-wee! Like, who comes up with this stuff? Who wants to wait more than half a week to get a dragon? Kind of insane, but you know, they are divines. We should expect it. They're going to be hard to get. They're powerful, so they need to incubate for a long period of time. I get it. Doesn't mean that it's not depressing, at least a little bit. I saw a gift, or a lampion going around. So there we go. We have that acquired. And a couple of people were asking, Quacks, when are you going to do more art showcase of, like, the Game Lore Forum stuff and, you know, just different fan art from various other places? You know, I'm planning on doing a video on that very soon. So, you know, if you, I guess if you want to be possibly on the video, if you're one of those people that likes doing that, you know, go and post your artwork on the forum or post it in a Discord server, a DML Discord server bit. And I'll be taking a look through some art that's been going on over the last 2 months, 2 to 3 months, because I haven't been seeing that much posted recently, unfortunately. So I haven't really been able to make as many videos on it as I used to. But now we'll go and take a look at everyone's stuff, and we'll take a look at it together. Because I do love seeing artwork done for games in particular, because people can take just such a different spin on all the characters compared to what I take them as. Like, some people have done artwork on Eliza and Ned before, like the DML in-game event characters that have been popping up, and I think that's super cool as well. I don't remember where I saw that. That was a long time ago, but you know, that stuff's just cool, and they look so different to what they do in game as well. So I'm gonna enjoy doing that. Don't know about you, but another thing is people have been saying, Quacks, when are you gonna live stream? Please live stream. I want to see your face again. And to that I say, you know, I would if I could, but you got to remember, I am in the middle of the event. Like the divine event, I have to be so careful about using my portal gems and what battles I have available in the day and what I'm breeding and stuff like that. So realistically, I need to make sure I have everything in game set up the way I need it to be to finish the event off. So I can't just be wasting all my portal gems on, you know, live streaming just to keep the live stream going. So after the event is over, maybe we'll do a few live streams in that week. But obviously I can't. I need to do these fights, like, to get the lampions that I need. So, you know, bear with me. The events are, I've said it before, the events aren't difficult to complete, they're just very, very tiring. As in, they're a very long marathon, sort of long-term battle, if you know what I mean. Like, you have to do the same tasks over and over and over again, and you need a lot of resources available. At least if you want to be able to do it easily. If you're on a lowish level account with not a lot of portal energy, like on my Android, you just have to be on the game pretty often. And I like to minimize the amount of time I'm playing DML in a day, because otherwise it becomes so boring. So, you know, just saving all those portal gems and everything like that is the thing that has carried me through this event. Again, I wish I didn't have to skip all the fights that I did, because 2,500 to skip a single fight on level 12. That's disgusting. That's almost an entire reset's worth of points. Ugh. I had to do it twice, I think. 2 or 3 times, so it was a rough road on my main account. Very rough road, but luckily, I think that by the time the next castle event comes around, we should have 3 level 80s by then. Unless the max dragon level ends up increasing, in which case I give up. I absolutely give up at that point. But we should have an evenly leveled team, so we'll have a lot of elements available to us, and we should be fine. We should be fine at that stage. You know, it's 1.65 million per quarter of a level up for Joko now, so he is getting into expensive territory. But just putting in squarey berries and spring cherries is going to do the trick for us. That's how we got Andy up recently as well. So I'm not too fussed. Not too fussed at all. And we can't really do anything with the hatchery because these 2 guys are in here for now. But, you know, NEZHA, we're going to collect our last bit of points and then we'll come to you. No, get off this screen. I am not paying 1,500 lampions is £16. Oh, there is no way I am doing that. That is too expensive for my liking, by far. And I also need to remember that we got the Erlang Shen Dragon coming up. So, that's in 14 days, which means that we need to get a level up in 2 weeks. We have to, otherwise we're going to have nowhere to put him. Oh, good God. Well, it's more like 3 weeks, because, you know, we got the 4-day hatching timer on him as well. But, oh, jeez, we need to be getting so many level ups. Well, you know, for now, I'll keep collecting the last bits of my event currency, but, you know that we got our dragon on the way, we got more to come, and we got a whole lot more event stuff on the way. So, for now, thank you very much for joining me. I hope it's all gone well for you as well. But until next time, I will see you then.